Here's your trigger warning for today's case. It's very, very heavy, so if it's not something you want to see, scroll on. Today I'm going to be telling you about real piece of human shit, Westley Allan Dodd, who received the death penalty for the essaying of 3 young boys in Vancouver, Washington. At the ripe old age of 13, little Westley began to expose himself to the neighborhood kids. Wesley's dad later stated that he was aware of his son's behavior, but he didn't think it was that big of a deal. Nah, no biggie. It's not like the kid was drinking or doing drugs or smoking cigarettes. He's just exposing himself. It's fine. For the record, if your kid is exposing themselves to others, I promise you it is a problem. It's a big fucking problem. By the time the sick fucker was in high school, he had progressed to essaying his little cousins, his father's girlfriend's kids, and so kind of him, I know, he often offered to babysit the neighborhood kids. What a good guy. Dipshit Dodd got his first arrest at the age of 15 for indecent exposure, but of course nothing came of it and just counseling was recommended. In 1981, a 20-year-old Dodd tried to abduct 2 girls. The girls were smart enough to report it to the police, but nothing came of it. They just gave him a warning. Go figure. Shortly after the abduction attempt, he joined the Navy and was stationed in Bangor, Maine. And surprise, surprise, guess who started up his sick fuck hobbies again? This dipshit Dodd. At one point, Dodd offered a group of boys $50 to come play strip poker with him at a hotel room. And of course, they reported to the police like they should have. And Dodd even told the police that he had planned to SA these boys, and they still fucking let him go. Can you believe that? Shortly after that incident, he was arrested again for exposing himself to a boy. This time, they threw the book at him. He got 19 whole days in jail, had to do court-mandated counseling, and was dishonorably discharged from the Navy. That'll teach him for sure. Then, if you can fucking believe this, in 1984, he was arrested for essaying a 10-year-old boy. He got a suspended sentence. That's it, just a suspended sentence. Why do we give sex offenders so many chances to reoffend? This piece of dog shit planned his entire life around having easy access to children. He took jobs where he could have access to them, and he even moved into an apartment building that was considered a family complex. He repeatedly SA'd the preschool-age children of his neighbor, and the neighbor declined to press charges. She said that would be too traumatic for her kids. Never mind the fact that a fucking pervert was diddling them. Over the next couple of years, he was arrested a shit ton of times for essaying several children and was given, just short sentences and, again, court-mandated counseling because that always worked so well. His victims were totaled to be around 50 kids altogether, all of them under the age of 12 and some as young as 2. This fuckhead's fantasies got more and more violent as time went on, and he was labeled by a court psychiatrist as a sexual psychopath, but still they set him free. God damn it. On September 4th of 1989, he decided it was time to act on those fantasies. He went to David Douglas Park with a fish fillet knife, shoelaces, and decided to look for some boys to kill. Dodd lured brothers 11 and 10-year-old Cole and William Neer to a secluded area of the park. This sick son of a bitch forced them to undress. He tied them to a tree. He essayed them, and then he stabbed them. The boys were soon discovered. Cole was DOA and William died en route to the hospital. This sick motherfucker then started a scrapbook out of newspaper clippings and photographs of his crime scenes. It's like some kind of fucked up photo album. What the fuck? On October 29th of 1989, Dodd found 4-year-old Lee Isley playing at a park at Richmond Elementary School in Portland. Dodd was able to get the boy alone and took him to his apartment in Vancouver. This sick motherfucker tied this little boy to the bed, essayed him, and took pictures of the abuse while he was doing it. Dodd kept the boy overnight where he continued to essay him. In the morning, he decided it was time to get rid of him, and he proceeded to strangle him with a rope. He then hung him in his closet and took pictures of it. All the while, he had been documenting everything that he did, putting all these details in his fucked up photo album along with the pictures. Dodd called these pictures his trophy photos. I fucking hate this guy. I hate him. Dodd put 4-year-old Lee's body into garbage bags and dumped them in bushes next to Vancouver Lake. He then burned his clothes but decided to keep his underwear as a memento of his crime. Lee's body was found the next day, and police quickly began a manhunt looking for the murderer of these boys. Dodd decided that was a good time to lay low for a little bit, and he made good use of that time, don't you worry. He came up with ideas for new abduction plans, and he was even constructing a torture machine that he would be using on his next victim. I told you, I hate this fucking guy. On November 13th of 1989, Dodd attempted to kidnap 6-year-old James Kirk from the bathroom of the New Liberty Theater in Camas, Washington. Thankfully, James pitched a fit. He really did. And Dodd, feeling the pressure from the movie theater employees staring at him, let the boy go. He quickly left and fled to his vehicle. James's stepfather, Ray, heard all this ruckus and came looking to see what was going on. When the movie theater employees told them what had happened, Ray took off looking for Dodd. Somehow, by the grace of God, Dodd's vehicle had broke down and Ray was quickly able to catch up to him. He put him in a headlock, fuck yeah, and drug him back to the movie theater where police were waiting. Ray deserves nothing but the absolute best in life. Dodd was interrogated by police over the course of 3 days, where he eventually gave up and confessed to murdering all 3 boys. At the sentencing phase of his trial, Dickhead Dodd took the stand and requested the death sentence. He said he was too dangerous to be kept alive. Dodd said that his own defense was pointless and that the system had already failed repeatedly. He said that if you were to add up all the time that he was supposed to have been given, he wouldn't be getting out of jail until 2026, and that those boys would still be alive today. Dodd refused to appeal his sentence and insisted that if he were to have the chance, he would get out and rape and kill again. He stated in court, "I must be executed because if I have the chance to escape, I will, and I will get out and I will rape and kill and I will enjoy every minute of it." God damn this guy. During his trial, he also stated that death would give him relief from the guilt he felt. Oh, poor baby, boo-boo-hoo. During his trial, he also wrote a pamphlet for parents on how to protect their kids from predators and monsters like himself. So at least he did something. Dodd got his wish and died by hanging on January 5th of 1993 at the Washington State Pen. His last spoken words were, I quote, "I was once asked by somebody, I don't remember who, if there was any way sex offenders could be stopped. I said no. I was wrong. I was wrong when I said there was no hope, no peace. There is hope, there is peace. I found both in the Lord Jesus Christ. Look to the Lord and you will find peace." Fuck off. Well, that was a heavy one. So tell me what you think. Do you think justice was served? Or do you think that he should have been made to suffer with his guilt for the rest of his life? I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of glad that he's no longer with us. I mean, I'm really glad he's no longer with us. But then it would be kind of nice to know that this man was suffering every single fucking day of the rest of his life.